Why did the Mandalorian creators make Baby Yoda uglier than they planned at the beginning? Did Taika Waititi really hate directing The Mandalorian? And what dangers await Baby Yoda and Mando in Season 2? Hi, I'm Dylan, and I can't wait to share everything I know with you. Taika Waititi and The Mandalorian. Oscar-winning director Taika Waititi worked on the final episode of The Mandalorian, and here's what he said about it. "I found it very difficult hanging out with the other directors. They're very arrogant, and I found the whole production to be amateurish. No one knew what they were doing. The quality of the filmmaking, the quality of the set was just abysmal. I was quite frankly embarrassed to be involved." Now, if you believed any of these words, then you probably don't know too much about Taika Waititi, because this man is the king of absurd comedy. More than that, Waititi also knows how to film an action movie, and Thor Ragnarok is the best proof of that. This combination made him the perfect choice to direct the Mandalorian episode Redemption. Plus, he appeared as an actor in the series. Did you notice that? Yes, Waititi agreed to voice droid IG-11 in both the first episode and the last one. Jon Favreau said, "Do you want to be this droid?" And I went, "Yeah, I don't really question things like that. If someone wants me to do something, I just pretty much do it." Taika Waititi's a little kid trapped inside an adult body. But unfortunately, he won't direct any episodes in The Mandalorian Season 2 because he'll be busy working on other movies, like co-writing and directing the new Star Wars movie, which is a pretty good excuse, right? But which legendary Hollywood director will work on The Mandalorian Season 2? How bloody will Rodriguez's Baby Yoda be? I am truly humbled to say I have now had the very rare privilege of directing the biggest star in the universe, Robert Rodriguez wrote on his Twitter, and posted this hilarious selfie. Yes, Rodriguez filmed at least one episode of the upcoming season. Just in case you don't know who he is, remember such movies as Alita, Battle Angel, Sin City, Machete, and From Dusk Till Dawn. Does this mean that his episode of The Mandalorian will be unbelievably bloody? Maybe Baby Yoda would turn into a bloodthirsty vampire and overuse his force chokes? Who knows? Maybe eating frogs was only the beginning for the child, but Rodriguez is far from being the only director who set Mando and Baby Yoda's adventures in Season 2. Carl Weathers, the actor who played Greef Karga, directed an episode, and Peyton Reed, who worked on Marvel's Ant-Man, did too. Not even mentioning the three main directors from Season 1 who continued their outstanding job. One thing is for sure, the showrunner Jon Favreau has an amazing talent for choosing the right directors. Will Season 2 be postponed? Luckily, this show managed to get on the last train before the pandemic closed the movie industry. And post-production can be done in isolation, right? So no postponements for Season 2? Not exactly. Because working remotely has left its mark on the process. According to animation supervisor Hal Hickel, a big tentpole summer film, like, say, Avengers, might be around 2,000 visual effects shots. And the Mandalorian series is a little shy of 4,000 visual effects shots for Season 1, and Season 2 is no different. Sounds like the post-production team has a hell of a job to do. So there's a chance we won't get to see Season 2 in October, but we'll still see it hopefully later this year. We're in the middle of that tsunami now, Hickel reassured, but we're going to get it all done. People are going to get their Baby Yoda, I promise. Phew, that's what we all need. But the hard task of the post-production team is nothing compared to the issue that the showrunners faced at the beginning of creating The Mandalorian. Why they didn't want Baby Yoda to be too cutesy. Believe it or not, but it was a big deal for the showrunner Jon Favreau to stop Baby Yoda from being too cute. Favreau revealed to Vanity Fair that originally the child was meant to be all cuddly and have even bigger eyes and more Disney proportions. According to him, it would be too much cuteness. Can you imagine that? Baby Yoda being even cuter? For some reason, Favreau had a deep fear about that, and so, along with the director Dave Filoni, he started the task of making Baby Yoda less cutesy. First, they gave the child weird little hairs growing out of him. Second, they made his teeth jagged and sharp, so he could chew frogs, obviously. And third, they worked a lot on the noises Baby Yoda made. Instead of using classic baby babbling sounds, Jon Favreau insisted on creature noises. He wanted the child to sound like a baby alligator. We really tried to look at how much we could ugly up all the different individual features, said Favreau. Right, nice job, Favreau. The word ugly is indeed the first thing that comes to mind when you see Baby Yoda. Jokes aside, we on the Awesome channel understand why this was so important for the showrunners, because they were trying really hard to make this character as memorable as possible, and not just create another Disney doll. And they definitely succeeded. Now let's talk about the challenges of the upcoming seasons. Why is Baby Yoda the most wanted? Have you ever thought about that? Why won't the Imperials just leave the poor creature alone? More than that, we don't even know anything about his species yet. We don't even know his real name. Why then does everybody want him? Well, despite the fact that he's the cutest creature in the galaxy, of course, the key to a possible explanation hides in the scene from where the client and Dr. Pershing get Baby Yoda from Mando. Take a closer look at the patch on Dr. Pershing's arm. This is called the Camino symbol, and it definitely hints at cloning. Star Wars fans already saw it in Attack of the Clones. This means that either the Doctor is a clone or he worked for Imperial Clones facilities. It could also mean that the Empire wants to clone Baby Yoda, which makes sense, especially after Dr. Pershing's words about extracting materials. But if the Empire just wanted to clone the child, they could get his DNA from a number of different sources. A tiny hair from Baby Yoda's head would be more than enough. They wouldn't need him alive, that's for sure. That means that cloning the child isn't the main reason why the Empire wants him. Talking about dead or alive, the droid IG-11 had a mission to terminate Baby Yoda, which means that his client, whoever he was, played his own part in this game. There's also a fan theory that explains, in some degree or another, why Moff Gideon might want the child for himself. Gideon obviously presents himself like Darth Vader. He wears similar clothes and chest armor, mercilessly kills his own men, and uses an ancient black-bladed lightsaber, aka Darksaber. However, the biggest difference between Gideon and Darth Vader is the Force sensitivity. Moff Gideon doesn't have it. This leads us to believe that he wants to get Baby Yoda to drain his Force sensitivity out for himself. Does that make any sense to you? Boba Fett might become the main villain. According to some sources, there might be a new old character in the second season. Yes, we're talking about Boba Fett, because there was lots of speculation that his character would appear in The Mandalorian Season 1. Though that proved to be false. But we've seen a huge hint in Episode 5 that Boba Fett will join this series, right? The sounds of the boots we heard were more than enough to guess it was him. And the series timeline is perfect for Fett to exist. There's no way that only his boots could appear in this story. So, we're sure that he'll finally make an appearance in Season 2. And more than that, there's a chance he'll become the biggest villain for both Mando and Baby Yoda. Another thing we're sure about is that Mando and Baby Yoda's adventure will continue for a long time. Because Jon Favreau has recently confirmed that The Mandalorian Season 3 is already at the development stage, which is exciting news, isn't it? Thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe to our channel, stay safe, stay home, and stay awesome!